right. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Amante, and my wife is not here. Why? Because she's at work. It's Friday, and I'm off on Fridays. And so we had some technical difficulties for our podcast this week. And so I'm here to try to do a quick solve. So as you see, yes, we're still at home. I am not an audio engineer. I am a musician, songwriter, singer who happens to have equipment to record from home if I need to, but I'm not a studio guy. Like, I can get it done. I can record guitars, vocals, whatever you need me to record. But once I'm done, I send it off to a professional to make sure it sounds good. And so when we were done with our podcast the other night, I sent it off to our engineer, Sean. And Sean hit me up and said, "You sure you want to put this out? It looks fine, just sounds really bad." And so the microphone I was using was going in and out. So I'm using this big old giant microphone because I know it works. I'm using this cord because I know it works. This cord is this cord is over 40 years old. This cord, my dad gave me his gold mic, right? It sounds funny. He had a gold mic since I was a little boy, and he had a gold cord that came along with it. So I know this works. I've used it a few times, and this is a little cheap studio mic, so I know it works. And so I have to do something real quick so I make sure we don't lose y'all's attention. So I'm gonna talk quick. This is gonna be a really quick podcast, and then we'll come back and do another one the right way. The right way is me and my wife. This is not the right way, but I'm just trying to make sure we get something done for you guys. We are actually looking at doing this in a studio, like a real podcast studio. And so it's going to cost us some money, but I love all of my music career. I love quality over just getting it done. Like, my wife will tell you, I don't like that. I like for things to be, I don't care if it's not music, anything I'm doing, I want it to look and sound perfect. And so I told my wife the other night, I'm online looking for some places, and I found a spot I think that might work for us. So we'll try it out this week. So hopefully the next podcast you see of me and my wife will be at a studio. I believe that you guys deserve the best from us. And so that's what we're going to try to do. This week has been crazy. I took my kids back home to Jersey on Sunday, then had to turn around and pick them up yesterday on Thursday. It's Thursday, right? No, today's Friday. So yesterday I had to go pick them up. And so I've been doing that. Again, like I've been telling you guys, our church is going through construction. So I'm hybrid working, but also I didn't get a chance to really do the hybrid thing this week because I ended up having to go in to lead worship for the kids, for the high school and middle school students. And then, and again, like yesterday was supposed to be more like a half day. I would be home half the day, and then I go in around 1, which is being moved to 3:00. And so I will be there until rehearsal. But there's no rehearsal this week because we're having a play at the church. So this has just been a different week. Also for my wife, she's got, like today, I'm not going to see her until tonight. Like I saw her off this morning, and then I'm not going to see her until tonight. She's at work. There's a birthday party that she put together. Like, I mean, she came home with cakes and decoration, all kinds of stuff for a lady at her job, which is kind of awesome because she doesn't know these people that well. She's only been there for a couple of weeks. But she went out and got this huge cake that looks so good. And she decorated it some more. and so it looked delicious. But I'm on a journey. I'm on a new health journey. So I wouldn't call it a new health journey. I've gone back to a journey I've done before, which is just so much simpler for me, which is doing the vegan, vegetarian. That's easier for me. I know a lot of people don't believe in it, and a lot of people don't like it. They almost treat it like it's a religion. But for me, it's just easy for me. And because I am a person who has struggled with food all of my life, I can't play around. So like I can't, if you say I can have animal protein, that means I'm gonna start eating fried chicken wings. I mean, there's things you can say I can do. You can bake it. You can have a chicken breast, but I don't want that. If I'm gonna have protein, let's do it the way I want. And so no, I went back to doing the whole vegetarian thing, and in 2 weeks I've dropped almost 10 pounds. But still getting all the protein I need, but I'm like pulling back, like, okay, all right, you're doing too much now. So making some decisions. And also I struggle with sweets, and my wife loves sweets, but she only eats a little bit. So she'll bring home, like I said, cake. I didn't eat none. We didn't eat none of the cake, but I was eyeing it. I was looking at it, but I knew I couldn't have it, but I was looking at it because I love it. We have had cookies in the house all week. Struggle, right? But it's all good. It's all good. I got a responsibility, and that is I am dad. I'm husband, dad, and worship pastor. So I got to be healthy for my wife and for my kids, and then for my job as well. And so I decided to just take the bull by the horns and get it together. Like, we're going to eat right here. And so, and my wife, I mean, she's never not been a healthy eater, right? So she's never been addicted to food, so, but there are days where she's like, I want this. She has a moment where she wants it. And like in my mind, because I'm addicted to food, when she says, I want a big old steak, or like this week she said, I want some wings, and then I want a cinnamon roll, and da. And in my mind, I'm like, wow, that sounds so good, but I know that I can't have that so bad, because in my mind I'm thinking I'm gonna have 15 wings. I'm not gonna get the cinnamon roll, that's way too much, but I'm gonna have 15 wings, some French fries, I'm gonna have a Diet Coke, just doing too much, I don't know how to do it. How she was like, all she got was 5 wings and some very small thing of potato wedges, which is probably every bit of 350 calories, right? But my mind, because I'm addicted to food, I do way too much, right? So that's what I'm going through, or that is the journey I'm on right now. I'm talking really fast and quiet because my kids are still asleep, and the dog is underneath me. If I look at him, he's going to just do the most. So I'm not going to give him any attention right now, so I can get through this. So yeah, I was going to call it a week. Like, we just want to have a podcast up this week. And then I was reminded, I was watching a podcast. I like to listen to podcasts when I'm driving to go pick up my kids. And I heard something a couple of weeks ago that really inspired me and got me together. And I told Noelle about it. Like he said, I'm paraphrasing because I'm not going to say it the exact same way. But he said, regardless of your circumstances, you still have to, your responsibilities don't change. Like, so regardless of what you're going through, your responsibilities don't change. So like, even an example, if you're sick and you can't go to work and they're not paying you because you're too sick to go to work, it doesn't mean that your bills are going to change. Like, you still have to pay bills, right? And so I thought about that while I was like, it's going to be a wrap. And I was like, no, if we treat this podcast like, oh, whatever, you guys will feel it. You guys will stop watching. And I was like, I don't want to do that to you guys. I have to treat it like it is important to me, because some of you watch this religiously every week because it's important to you. And so I was like, regardless of it's sounding bad. I was like, I have to go and just figure something out because I have a responsibility to you. I asked you guys to subscribe, and you guys did. And so because of that, I owe you a conversation. And so I wanted to come on here and say that, like, regardless of your circumstances, you still your responsibilities do not change, right? I if I'm having car issues or what have you, it doesn't change the fact that I still have to go pick up my kids every other weekend. It doesn't. I have to figure it out, and I don't want to say it's just that's a man thing, but the information I was getting it that was he was talking to. The podcast is for men, for fathers, husbands, and talking about how you have responsibilities as a father, as a man. You have responsibilities, but not just men. We all have responsibilities, no matter what, and no matter how bad life can be or moments can be, it doesn't change that you still have responsibilities. Your responsibilities don't change. You still have to handle your business. And there are many of us who choose not to handle our business because of our circumstances. And that's where we fail, right? I'm speaking from experience. I've been homeless 2 times in my life. And did I let all of my responsibilities go? No, I still paid child support. I still picked up my children. But there are things I still did not do because I felt like I couldn't do it because I didn't have what I needed, Just, life things happen in life. But again, responsibilities don't change. And so I just want to get on here and encourage you to not to procrastinate, to not let things slip through and you don't finish what you started. My wife always talks about, we finish stuff. And so I wanted to make sure I can hand something off to you guys and you say, at least he did something for us and gave you a conversation. I have no idea how much time I have been talking. I wanted to have it underneath 30 minutes. I'm sure I haven't been talking for 30. I'm probably close to like 10 minutes or so. But I don't have the gift of gab. If you know me, if I'm not prepared to talk, I won't say anything, right? I could sit here and just look at the phone and just smile at you guys or whatever, but I'm going to talk to you guys anyway. So, my son, who is on the spectrum, he's autistic, is, like I said, we celebrated his birthday last week. He turned 15. And if you follow me at all musically or just follow me, period, I'm really big on my kids, and me and Noelle's kids. And so our testimony is watching him blossom as a young man, watching him grow up. Like, I looked at some of his videos of when he was 5 and 6 and like, wow. And to see him flourishing, doing so well in school, and even Sunday, we have a special needs ministry at our church, and I got a text message from one of the young ladies who's working with him downstairs saying that he has just been a bunch of smiles. And I've been hearing, like, even when I went to go pick him up, his teacher was just saying he's just been in such a good mood. Now, Mike is usually in a good mood. He's usually not in a bad mood, but he's been really chipper. And we try our best to keep our children in our prayers, and you should as well. If you have kids, keep your children in prayer. And we had a speaker at our church last week, and he is a pastor at a church in Minnesota, but he specializes in family and how you raise your kids. And I left out of there so inspired, encouraged, and came back with, I don't want to say rules, but came back with some good ideas I thought would work for our family. That we're still trying to walk through. Again, we are a brand new family together. Like, we are not even 2 years into this. Like, we are a year and a half married, a year and a half of our kids really getting to know each other. And it's been nothing but God's grace that we haven't had any major issues. It's been pretty much God just really putting things together smoothly, and having no real big issues. Of course, kids will be kids and humans will be humans, so we have moments, but all in all, we haven't had any real issues, and that is a blessing. But I was inspired to take us to another level. And one of the things I will say, my pastor will bring in our church is very big on family. A lot of people at the church are married, family, kids. There are some singles, but it's mainly our church filled with married families. And so a lot of the pastors that come and preach at our church are family men and women, and they speak and really preach on being a family, and really just like almost just I just leave so inspired every time, and knowing that I have really good kids, and just thinking of all the possibilities that could happen for our kids. And so like, I know he had said something about really teaching your kids to celebrate each other for wins in their life. And he had said something. He said, you have to understand, they have to learn now, because they're not going to all get married at the same time, or graduate at the same time, or get a brand new job all at the same time. It's going to be, at moments here and there. And so they have to learn how to celebrate each other for a win in life, even though it might not be a win for them, at that moment. And so learning how to celebrate your family members in their time, right? And that's in life, period. Not just your family, but your friends. Like, being able to celebrate your friends when it's not your moment, right? And one of the things I be getting proud of people, even people I don't even be knowing. Like, I just be getting proud of people because I can be somewhat invested in people that I don't know, like their life, just like really follow them. Like, I'm a big LeBron James fan. He's a family man. He's a businessman. He doesn't come from much. And so I'm proud of him, like, as if I know him, right? But I always think about my childhood friends. My childhood friends are mostly all married with children, and doing well for themselves, like career-wise, living well, healthy. And a lot of people can't say they have those kinds of friends. And so when I think about that, from childhood friends to my college friends, like, I'm so proud of the people I've surrounded myself around the last 25 to 30 years. I'll go back to my childhood friends. So over 40 years. Just very proud of the people I'm surrounded with, and I'm able to celebrate them in their wins. Like, even if I'm not winning in that moment, I may, like, again, I had some struggles in life where when I that's a whole nother story, but talking about me being homeless at that time is not because I just made a decision to go be around my kids, and if things didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. And so I found myself not having a place to stay for a while, but the Lord made a way. But even in those times, I was talking to my friends a lot and keeping up with them, and they knew what was going on. They would help out here and there, but they were also very encouraging. And it was also just encouraging to see them doing well. And it was encouraging and what inspired me. I remember when Dale, who's I've known him since I don't remember meeting him, so I've known him all my life. Who was my best man in my wedding, and him and his wife had bought a new house in Houston. Like, it's basically it's a mansion. Let's just call it what it is. And I just remember just being so proud of my boy. Like that is so dope that the Lord will bless him like that. Okay, my dog's about to start acting up, so I'm gonna try to get done. And so learning to celebrate wins for your family, friends, and people that you don't even know, like being able to celebrate them is a blessing and a gift for you as well. God sees that and he honors that. And so also, before I go, I want to give a shout out to my mother-in-law, Dowry Rhodes. Happy birthday. Love you much. We are going to do a song for you. I know she wants to do a song. The song she wants us to do, I need to work on that because it's a simple song to sing, but not a simple song to play on the guitar. And so I want to do it right. So let me learn them chords, and we got you. So happy birthday to my mother-in-law, mother in love. We love you, and I'll probably send you a text sometime today. And again, please tell your friends and family to subscribe. If you can't find us, just go in the search bar in YouTube and put in Lacey's Worldwide, and you'll find us. And so tell your friends and family to subscribe. Just check out our channel. I was thinking we don't want our channel to be just a podcast. Like, there's gonna be some times we'll have a conversation over while she's cooking. She loves to cook, and so it might be that, or you might see some of our singing videos. We might do like a studio singing video because we are a musical family. That's what we do. And so this channel is for our family. This is what we do. Like our house, our silly family, our youngest, who's going to be a star. Ivy is going to be a star because she's funny, y'all. She's funny. And so this is what this channel is all about. And so again, I hope to not have to do a solo podcast anytime soon. This was just because we have to right now. But I appreciate you guys tuning in. Much love. My wife, I can kiss her on the cheek right now, but thank y'all. All right.